China wants to make a deal. They just don't know how quite to go about it. You know, it's one of those things they don't know how quite. They're proud people. President Xi's a proud man. I know him very well. And they don't know quite how to go about it, but they'll figure it out. They're in the process of figuring it out, but they want to make a deal.
So here we go again. Tariffs are back. And this time, it's not just a trade spat, it's a full-blown economic Cold War. And at the center of it all, the United States and China, two giants throwing punches that are landing on the entire global economy. Let's break down what's happening, what it means for your wallet, and why this trade war could spiral into a worldwide economic disaster. The trade war breakdown, what's happening? Let's start with the facts. After some chaotic back and forth, Trump reversed a set of tariffs, but don't be fooled. The US and China are still locked in an escalating tariff war. Right now, the US has imposed a jaw-dropping 145% tariff on Chinese imports. In response, China slapped an 84% tariff on American goods. This is not just tit for tat anymore, this is economic warfare. Global implications, why the whole world should worry. You might think this is just a US-China problem. Think again. These two countries combined make up over 40% of the global economy. When they fight, the rest of the world catches a cold. Just one day into the latest escalation, the US stock market dropped over 1,000 points. That's a huge red flag. Why? Because global markets hate uncertainty, and that's all Trump's trade policies are giving them. How it hits you: tariffs or taxes. A tariff is just another word for a tax. It's not China paying for it, it's US importers, retailers, and eventually you, the consumer. The US relies on China for 73% of its smartphones, 78% of its laptops, and nearly 90% of its video game consoles. If you're thinking of buying any of these soon, get ready to pay more. And it's not just gadgets. These tariffs could hit cars, pharmaceuticals, steel, aluminum, even your groceries. China's counterpunch, what they can do next. Now here's where it gets even more dangerous. China has plenty of leverage, and they haven't even used all of it yet. They could ban American agricultural imports like soybeans and poultry, cut back on Hollywood imports, costing US studios millions, block American service industries, finance, consulting, legal firms from doing business in China. And worst of all, the nuclear option, China could dump its $800 billion in US Treasury debt. If that happens, interest rates skyrocket, the bond market crashes, and the US dollar takes a major hit. That's not just a recession, that's a potential financial meltdown. Trump's strategy, chaos or intuition? Now, if you're wondering, what's the plan here? Join the club, because there doesn't seem to be one. Trump's approach to trade, if you can call it that, is less strategy, more gut instinct. One day he's threatening to annihilate China's economy, the next day he's rolling back tariffs with zero concessions. That's not art of the deal. That's rolling dice in a casino and hoping for the best. Even some of his former supporters are starting to admit it. The guy has no idea what he's doing. The economic fallout, layoffs, price hikes, and instability. Make no mistake, this isn't just about markets. This trade war will hurt real people. Companies will lay off workers to cut costs. Prices will rise on everything from eggs to electronics. Families living paycheck to paycheck will feel the squeeze hardest. And all of this is happening without a clear endgame, without a clear win. The bigger picture: you can't fix problems by burning it all down. Let's be honest. Yes, the global trade system needed fixing. China has played unfairly in some areas. But Trump's approach? It's not reform, it's destruction. You can't fix complex global economic relationships by throwing a grenade into them. What we needed was smart, targeted policy, not economic shock therapy that threatens millions of jobs and livelihoods. This can't last. Here's the bottom line: these tariffs are unsustainable. There's a reason even Trump is quietly walking some of them back. They don't work. There's a reason economists, us, and even some of his former allies are panicking. They see the crash coming. If the US and China don't de-escalate soon, this trade war could ripple across every major economy in the world. And the people who pay the price? It won't be the billionaires, it'll be the workers, the families, and the consumers caught in the middle.